Analena Tavo, the lead designer at Tavo Custom Homes. Today we are at the Organic Country Project and I'm going to give you a full tour. Right when you walk into this home, you're greeted by this stunning entry with this cedar paneling mixed with a brass picture light. We really wanted to bring the texture from the exterior of the home in, so this is how we did it. And the cedar wraps around all the way from the ceiling all the way down to the other side of the entry. Right off of the entry, we step into the living room, and the living room actually shares this grand vaulted ceiling with the kitchen. Kind of how we wanted to separate these spaces were with two different accent ties. In the kitchen, that was the hood area, which you will see later in this video. And in the living room, it was with this massive fireplace. We took the stone from the exterior of the home and incorporated it into the interior of the home. And not only that, but we also incorporated the same cedar paneling you'll see on the exterior of the home in the interior, again, kind of keeping all of the materials cohesive. The kitchen in this home is truly exquisite. Like, just with the island details itself, you can kind of see that we have a very interesting edge profile on this kitchen. It's called a double OG edge. Also shape-wise, it has rounded edges with fluted detailing on the sides, tying into the fluted detailings on all of the top cabinets house-wide. And just the stain of the island itself really ties into all of the tones without being overly warm, without being outdated in a sense. But I love warm tones still, so I've made sure to incorporate a form of brass throughout this entire home. When I was designing this home, I was having a lot of problems, honestly, with the ceiling height. I wanted a way to bring it down, the design down. So I came up with this hood. It's a fully Roman clay hood. And I wanted to make sure that we had a statement wall here, of course. So I opted for bringing the countertop all the way up with a huge mitered shelf, pot filler, kind of highlighting this part of the kitchen. And then also, let's not forget this gorgeous 48-inch gas range. Now, I know you can notice all the beautiful under cabinet lighting throughout this kitchen, but let's not forget the gorgeous view that you'll have on this wall. You have an amazing view to your wooded backyard. This house is on an acre, and here you can kind of see the fluted detailing in the cabinetry, which tie into the sides of the island. Right off of the kitchen, we have this dining room with a beautiful brass chandelier, and we wanted to find a way to kind of tie in this area because it is a little secluded from the rest of the home, sort of. So we did that with tying in these two cedar beams that are used throughout the living room, throughout the master, and the master bath. Okay, so last time you saw this house, if you watched our framing walkthrough of this home, I talked about this pantry a lot. This was not originally on the plans. Originally, we have a closet on the other side, so it was like a U-shaped pantry. But when I saw the space in framing, I opted for knocking out the closet and making this entire thing a walk-through pantry. I don't know if you can tell, but the cabinets are so deep. There's truly so much storage in them. There's adjustable shelving all on this side, plugs all across the bottom for appliances, and this is really a stunner. It's one of my favorite parts of this home. Alright, before we enter the master bedroom, I wanted to show this fun feature that we try to incorporate in all of our homes, which is this huge tornado shelter. It is an EF5 rated shelter, and people often use it as a safe, as just different things to kind of keep it versatile, but we try to hide it behind like a hidden wall or feature because we just try to keep things fun around here. Stepping into this primary bedroom, the first feature you might notice is this amazing view to your wooded backyard. The next feature is definitely this fireplace that ties into the living room and the exterior of the home, keeping all of the materials cohesive. With that goal in mind, we also applied that to the ceiling treatment, which also has the stunning deep stained cedar beams that you'll see all throughout the home. We are now stepping into one of the most loved spaces in this home, which is the primary bathroom. I'm sure you can see why, but I'll definitely point out some of my favorite features that make me love it. And it's definitely going to start with this Calcutta marble. So this was obviously very hard to source, but I also wanted to kind of set it apart from what I was seeing in the design world, which was a lot of porcelain, kind of mimicking marble. Marble is so precious to me. It's one of my favorite stones to use, and I love using natural materials. Not only does the double bevel edge profile set this bathroom apart, but definitely the cabinet profile. This is a thin shaker with a reeded detailing inside of the thin shaker, and I've never seen anything like that before. I've seen things similar to it, but not really this. And this is a really small detail to notice, but the knobs also have the reeded detailing along the outside, kind of keeping everything tied in together. Another thing is definitely the light fixtures and the faucets. I wanted everything to feel very luxe and brassy, which is why there's so much brass. And another feature, there's so much in this bathroom, but definitely this drop-down vanity mirror. So this is where you can kind of put in a vanity chair right here, and you can plug in your hot tools. I think there's also a hot tool drawer right here. But I just was thinking of like what my dream vanity space would be, and this is definitely it. All right, now we're gonna go over to the tub and shower area. We have this stunning tub right next to this elegant 11-foot tall shower. There's so much detail in this shower. We definitely carried on the brass coloring in here, and we went with like a square zealage tile with, again, the marble niche. All right, now we're stepping into the primary closet. This is every girl's dream space. I literally wish this was my closet, but we have cabinets here. We have so much storage. My favorite aspect of this closet is definitely the mirror and these cubbies for like shoes and purses. Just my preference, but this is definitely a special master closet. This is the office bedroom flex area. We try to keep bedrooms like this kind of versatile, so we always incorporate floor plugs so that someone can use it as an office, as a gym, and also we wanted to give them an amazing view. Right across from the flex area is this bathroom. It is so cute. I wanted to do like kind of like a color drench in here, so I did black on black with black hardware, and then I really wanted the marble in here to pop. This is another Calcutta, and it just has very deep violet and green veining in it, and so I thought the black would kind of like tie into that. Now we'll go see the shower. We have another zealage tile, and I wanted to brick lay this. I don't think I've brick laid zealage tile yet, but I wanted to do it in here. And then again, we have the marble in the niche, kind of keeping all of the materials cohesive. Now we're stepping into seriously one of my favorite bathrooms I've ever designed. It is this kid's bathroom. One of my favorite things about it is definitely the double bevel with this leathered Taj Mahal. It was not easy to do, okay? This is very thick. It's not like marble, but I had to do it. And then I also incorporated a shelf again, but I beveled this edge, kept the brass throughout everything. I love how the tones tie together. And then again, another zealage, but vertically stacked. All right, so this is one of the kids' bedrooms, and it has an extremely spacious closet. Now I'm gonna walk into the other one. These bedrooms do belong to that gorgeous kids' bath that we just walked through. Let's walk through here. And here she is. Gorgeous, spacious, love the flow, and you get to kind of have your own space. Now we are stepping into the laundry room. This is one of my favorite features in here. It's like a little drying rack. You can kind of like hang stuff on there that you have to dry like that. And then this is a washer and a dryer. And here's like a folding space on top. If you fold a lot, you know that's definitely very needed. And so is a sink. I use the sink in my laundry room at home so much to clean shoes, to clean things with crazy stains on it. It's just the best area to get things clean that you don't want in your kitchen sink. Then over here we have another space for just laundry stuff. I feel like it takes so much space and you don't even realize it until it's all cluttered. And lastly, we put this in all of our spec homes, which is a space for a refrigerator, for extra fridge. Some people like to keep meats, extra waters, extra drinks, just something that we like to incorporate. And that concludes the tour for this organic country project. It truly has been such an honor and a blessing to be working on this project. It is officially on the market, so if you're interested in checking it out, check the description below. And if you want to stay updated on our other homes and projects that we have going on, make sure to subscribe to our channel. See you next time.